What's up guys, it's my geography channel, and for this video I'm going to show you how to escape North Korea. So we all know North Korea is one of the most craziest and most isolated country in the world. A country in Eastern Asia bordered by South Korea to the south, the Sea of Japan to the east, the Yellow Sea to the west, the long border with China, and a small border with Russia. We all know that North Korea is the most isolated country because the president is a dictator and they don't allow you to escape. But many of people have escaped and became victorious. So I'm going to show you the ways to escape. So obviously, if we were going to escape, our first destination would be to South Korea, the exact polar opposite of North Korea. But it's not as easy to get into South Korea as you think, because here on the South Korean-North Korean border, there is many big rivers to swim across. And it's not just because the rivers that are a big deal. There's guards on each side. There's mimes and electrical fences and guards with guns shooting at you on each side. So even if you were gonna escape, it's gonna be hard. So South Korea, it was not really the country I'd recommend escaping to, because they put secret mimes under the ground so you don't see it, and then when you step on them, you die. Kim Jong-un doesn't want anybody to leave the country. There really isn't a reason why. He just doesn't want anybody to leave. Right here on the South Korean border, there's guns, there's electrical fences, and they're very high too, so you can't really get over it even if you wanted to. And there's also a lot of rivers too. And if you get into South Korea, you'll be guaranteed citizenship into Seoul, Busan, Incheon, and you'll be guaranteed a new life. But up in the north, it's really not as easy. So that leaves getting to South Korea easy way. Swimming to South Korea takes the risks of drowning because South Korea is the most destination for North Koreans to go. So South Korea, the reason why South Korea has mimes, guards, and electrical fences, because Kim Jong-un knows that South Korea will let any North Korean defectors in if they can get into South Korea. So that's why they put it on the South Korean border. And swimming to South Korea can contain the risks of drowning and being caught by the North Korean patrol boats. So that leaves getting to South Korea easier. And in the east and west sides of North Korea are surrounded in seas. So that leaves getting to South Korea especially easier. There are 3 other countries near North Korea, but they're not easy options to get to. If you can get there, Japan is your best bet because you'll be guaranteed citizenship and you'll be sent to South Korea for a better life. But you're going to have to get past the EC or the Sea of Japan, and it can contain the risks of drowning, and there's protein foods in the middle of the sea. And there's only been 3 successful people making it from North Korea to Japan, so it's pretty risky if you ask me. In Japan, if you can get there, you'll be guaranteed citizenship and go to South Korea. And if you go to South Korea, there's other countries you can go to. You can go to America, you can go to Japan again if you want. You can go to England, you can go to Canada, you can go to the Philippines or other countries. So that leaves getting to Japan the easy way. There is 2 other countries in north of North Korea, but they're not very good options. Here, this is the 17-kilometer with the border with North Korea and China. It's a pretty small border, but it's not the smallest one in the world. Over here, the border with Russia and North Korea, you can see the Tumen River. And the Tumen River is a river between the North Korean, Russian, even Chinese North Korean border, and enters into the Sea of Japan, or EC. Russia is not a good idea because if you can get into Russia Vladivostok is the best option because it's the closest city, but Russia isn't safe because in Russia their state policy is to deport all North Koreans back into North Korea. So that leaves getting to Russia an easier way. So, and even if you were able to get into Russia, the North Korean has a tendency of going after your families who stayed behind. And Kim Jong Un also makes they stalk you. Even if you are not in North Korea, they can stalk you. So if you escape North Korea, you can't go to any countries like Japan, the Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, or any of those countries because they'll come after you and kill you. $500 can hire a hitman very easily. Up here, you can go into China because North Korea has a very long border with China. And on the Chinese North Korean border, this is the Yalu River and the Tumen River, which aren't really that much big rivers. The Yalu and the Tumen River are rivers which enter into the Yellow Sea. So they're not really hard to escape into. But just like Russia, China's state policy is to deport all North Koreans back into North Korea. So they couldn't even escape that way even if they wanted to. And then, even if they got into China, as I said, they're going to deport them back in the country and they're going to go to camps and all of that bad stuff. And if you can get into China, hopefully you can get in the Yanbian province. The Yanbian province in China has an ethnic Korean Chinese ethnic group. So there's a lot of Koreans in the country. So if you can get out there, you can hide out there for a little while until you can plot your next plan. To flee the country can cost up to $800,000. And North Koreans, they don't even get paid that much because they're really poor. We all know that. So China is not really a country that's safe, I would say, and to go to. But unless you can get into Yanbian, that's a good option. If you escape North Korea, most North Koreans go to America for a better life because America, if you can get to America, you'll be guaranteed citizenship. But America, it takes a while to get citizenship. And if you escape North Korea, you can go to the United States, Canada. The UK should be fine. Don't go to any near countries in North Korea because, like I said, $500 can hire a hitman very easily. And even if you escape North Korea, they're always going to follow you. They're always going to find a way to stalk you. And if they get your family, they're going to be tortured. So if you ever escape North Korea, don't ever bother going to any near countries like what I just said, because then it's not going to be good. Okay, bye now.